guys, how are you doing today? Welcome to our channel Dr. Battlegrounds. Today I have a very important and special video for you guys. PMIS 2020. The PUBG MOBILE India Series was started in 2019 and it rose to great fame. It even introduced us a lots of legendary teams in India, and this year it has come up with a great cash prize of 50 lakhs. So in this video I'm going to tell you some important facts and tips on how to win each and every match in PMIS 2020. So the PMIS 2020 comes up with 5 stages. They are the in-game qualifiers, the online matches, and it then goes on as the quarterfinals, semi-finals and the finals. So I hope you guys know all these details about the registration. So I have given the link in the description, and use that link to register your teams for the PMIS 2020.
So we are going to split each match into 3. 1. The start game, where you basically drop and loot. 2. Is the mid game, which mostly consists of rotations into the safe zone. And 3 is the most important part, which is the end game, which basically comprises of you and your team surviving and fighting for the chicken dinner. In this video, we are going to tell you the most important tricks in the most underrated part of the game, which is the start. So most guys who have played classic games consider the start to be the most boring part of the game. But guys, wait. The start isn't limited to you guys dropping and looting. It also involves the preparation before the start of the match, which involves a few important things. Now here are a few things which me and my squad follow to always get a good start in each and every match.
First and foremost, you have to be well known about the map and clear about the drop location, and always stick onto it. Make sure you jump at an appropriate distance from the flight. Even if your location is far away, you should be aware of how to reach there quickly by taking the nearest spawn car or a boat. You should also be aware of the elevations and compounds in and around your drop location. Visit website pubgmap.io if you want to have a good idea about your maps. The link is in the description, so use that. So what it does is, it gives you all the important informations about all the maps in PUBG Mobile. Once you click a map, there are various options in the left to choose from, and it shows an interactive map. If you choose the flight path mode, you get to know about the flight route. It also shows the points and places where you can find a vehicle, a garage or a boat easily. So this will be useful in an emergency situation, or even if your drop location is far away. There is also a loot heap mode. So it shows the places in the map where there are intense amount of loot, so that you can choose your drop locations accordingly. So there is also a measure mode. So what this measure mode does is, you can measure the distance between various points. So by clicking the various points in the map, you can measure the distance between them. This will be useful for you to study the map clearly.
Now, this is a most important step in the start of the match. As far as professional PUBG Mobile is concerned, a vehicle is very important in each and every phase of PUBG Mobile match. Securing vehicles in the starting phase of the match is very important. This is because we cannot be sure that we are the only squad dropping in our preferred location. In case we are in danger, we can always take the vehicle and move out. But if we do not secure vehicles, then it becomes tough and our match may end as a failure. So always remember, vehicles first, looting second.
The next important one is knowing your role. Each player should be clear about their role, pick the guns accordingly, and develop their skills in it. There are 4 types of roles. The Assaulter. The Assaulter has great gun skills and he is the master of close combat. The Support. The Support holds the back of the team and he is the jack of all combats. The IGL. The IGL is the voice of command in the game and he has good skills of strategy. The sniper. The sniper has a precise vision and he is the master of long distance sniping. I will tell you a default loadout of guns according to the roles. I know choosing guns might be your own preference, but still I'll give you a small example. An assaulter may have an M416 as a primary gun and an AKM or a UZI as a secondary gun. The support may have an AKM and an M16A4. The IGL may have an M16A4 and a DMR like the SLR. The sniper may have an M762 and a bolt action rifle like the Kar 98K. I think this will give a small idea on how to choose the guns according to your role.
Now to the most obvious step in the starting process of a match. Looting is basically getting ready for the final zone. And in most professional PUBG mobile matches, we have to loot as fast as possible and try to be in a good position in case we have to defend or attack another team. So let me explain you with our squad's preferred air angle drop location, which is the military base. So as you guys know, military base is always a hot drop. In case you guys are playing the in-game qualifiers, which is basically classic matches, I would advise you to drop in any of the following locations, either the C building and office, or the left office, or the right buildings in the military base. I would recommend your squad to loot together in the first in-game qualifiers. But in case you qualify to the online matches, which is basically professional PUBG Mobile, I would advise you to do a split landing in all of the following places so that you guys can secure vehicles, loot, and then safely attack or capture military base. Let me show you the locations. So by split landing here, we can loot, get vehicles, and then rush military base within 2 minutes of landing. So even if enemies land in the military base, we can catch them by surprise and probably easily capture military base and thereby getting loot and easy kills. Again, I would like to remind you guys to land together, loot together, and defend your location together in the in-game qualifiers, which is basically classic matches. In the online qualifiers, however, try to do a split landing to increase your chances of survival.
The next important one is knowing your lobby and paying attention to the kill feed. This will help you to identify the teams which are surviving and the teams which you might have to face in the later parts of the game. That's it for part 1, guys. Let's see about the mid-game strategies and tips in part 2. Hope you like this video.
Do like, share and subscribe.
Have a great day.
With